up, everybody? It's Jeremy, and I'm actually just leaving my mom's house. I had to go there and grab some things out of the garage, and it definitely brought back some memories. A lot of life-changing things happened in that garage. That's where I started recording music. That's where I started making my own music. That was the hangout for a lot of my friends and I. A lot of good and bad things. But when I first started making music, it was just more of as a hobby. And then I decided that I wanted to go into recording, and then I went to school for it. And I never thought that I would ever be in a band. I never thought that I would play on a stage. I just thought that I would record people, and then I would make my own little silly songs just for fun with my, some friends. A lot of the songs that I made were a mixture between hip hop and rap and techno and rock, and so I thought it was very weird, and no one would really like it. When I got out of school, I had to do an internship, and so I started working live sound for a number of years. And I was lucky enough that I got to do sound for this band called Contradiction. And so I eventually became friends with Billy and Yvette, and I let them know that I had a buddy that had a little home studio, and if they were ever interested in recording, I'd be more than happy to record them, and I wouldn't even charge them. We would just have to pay to rent the room, basically. And so after a couple months, they reached out to me and they said, "Hey, we've been thinking about it, and we want to record an album." And so we recorded the drums and guitars, some of the vocals at my friend Ricardo's home studio, which would have been the very first location for Cosmic Soup. And then I threw the files on a hard drive, and then I took them back to the garage, and me and Billy finished the record. We did the bass there, and then we did the rest of the vocals, and then we added some overdub guitars and some little things here and there. A lot of like the gang vocals and stuff were done at the garage. And then me and Ricardo mixed it, and we gave it back to Contradiction, and they're happy with it, and I was happy with it. And in a lot of cases, that would have been the end of the story. But I was a real true fan of the band, and so I tried to stay in contact with them. I tried to see them play live if I could. A lot of times they would play at the bar that I was working at, so I'd get to do sound for them still. Of course, we hung out, had some drinks, and then he asked me if I wanted to play in Contradiction. And at first I told him no, I wasn't that good. But luckily I knew the songs and everything, and I love the music. And so I told him, I'm like, well, I could try. And he's like, no, it's fine. All the songs are easy. It'll be no problem. So I start going over to their apartment like a couple times a week, and we hang out and have a drink or whatever, and then we would just jam, and he'd teach me a couple songs at a time until eventually we started going to Tim Finnegan's for open mic, and then we recorded the album Mishaps and Relapse in the garage, and then we spent time, just adding a bunch of junk to it, mixing it, and we finally put it out. And then 6 months later, we put out Sound of the Streets. And then we put out our side project. We put out his solo EP, and then various things. And then eventually we changed the members in the band and put out the EP, and then Self-Made Disaster. Then I ended up joining Torn at the Seam, and then now I'm in No Composure. So I was just thinking that, if Billy didn't reach out to me and take the time to listen to my stupid songs, and generally be interested in hanging out and working on music and collaborating, I don't think any of these things would have happened. Because part of me likes to think that maybe he just became friends with me just so he'd have free studio time, but we really spent a lot of time working on music, and he loved the songs that I made, just as much as he loved the songs that he made for Contradiction. I could send him an idea or just a rough thing, guitar and drums or bass and drums, and sometimes he'd be like, oh, I don't know, I'm not thinking of anything for that. Or sometimes he'd have something right away. Most of the time, he'd already have something written that would fit right into that. A lot of the songs that we made were done pretty quick, just because he had so many lyrics and so many ideas just stored away. And there's a million things that I miss about him, but especially miss how he was so willing just to give his time and in his passion for music, because a lot of times you have an idea and maybe you think it's dumb, or maybe it's a great idea, but you're just not sure, and then you send it to people and they don't even say anything. They don't listen to it, or they don't comment, or they just blow it off like it's no big thing. Billy would always take the time, whether it was his friend's band or some band he just discovered online, he'd really listen, and he'd really review it, and I think that meant a lot to whoever it was, whether it was another band in the scene, or someone just trying to start out, and a lot of times, Billy would offer to offer his vocals, offer his ideas. He loved the chance to jump on anybody's song, and I think that's something that's missing a lot with the music today. Everybody only cares about their own music, But anyways, that's just what I was thinking about. So, hope everybody's having a good day. I'll talk to you later.
Welcome to real life. Welcome to your dreams. Your aspirations, wishes have been granted. Everything you ever